It's 2 a.m. You're in bed scrolling on your phone. You've seen 3 tweets about XRP, 2 TikToks saying it's about to explode, and a friend of yours, who knows absolutely nothing about investing, texts you, "Bro, just put in $100. What if it pumps?" And now you're thinking, it's only $100. It's not that much. I'd probably waste it anyway. And that sentence, "it's only $100, is exactly how most people make bad financial decisions. Here's the thing. Investing $100 in XRP is not a small decision, not because of the money, but because of what that decision says about how you think about money. Today, we're doing something almost nobody does in crypto. We're doing honest math, no hype, no promises, no to the moon, just numbers, psychology, and a real answer. My name is Walter, and I spend way too much time thinking about where to invest my money. If you're someone who wants to learn how to invest smarter, understand how money actually works, and avoid the mistakes most people make sure to subscribe and hit like if this video helps you in any way. All right, let's get into it. Most people start here. If XRP hits $10, I'm rich. Sounds logical, but it's completely incomplete because nobody asked the most important question: how much does XRP actually need to grow for my $100 to matter? And what would realistically need to happen for that to occur? So let's slow this down. XRP is a cryptocurrency designed for fast, cheap global payments, mainly between banks and financial institutions. It's not meant to buy coffee trade memes, mint NFTs. It's meant to move large amounts of money efficiently. According to public Ripple data, transactions take 3 to 5 seconds, cost less than 1 cent. Compare that to international bank transfers, days plus high fees, swift, slow, expensive, outdated. So yes, when as a technology, XRP makes sense. But making sense does not equal making you rich. This is where the math comes in. Scenario 1, XRP hits 1,200 XRP times $1 equals $200. You doubled your money. That sounds great. But let's be honest, $10 profit does not change your life. This is where most people get disappointed. Scenario 2, XRP hits $5. 200 XRP times $5 equals $1,000. Now it feels better. But here's the part most people ignore. For XRP to hit $5, its market cap would need to be massive, not impossible, but not something that happens because Twitter feels bullish. Scenario 3, XRP hits $10. This is where dreams kick in. 200 XRP times $10 equals $2,000. Turning $100 into $2,000 sounds amazing. But here's the uncomfortable question. Is $2,000 worth the risk, time, and mental energy? Because this is what most people don't realize. The real risk isn't losing $100. The real risk is what that investment does to your brain. When you invest in something volatile like XRP, you check the price constantly, you read every headline, you stress when it drops, you feel euphoric when it pumps, you're spending mental bandwidth. And mental bandwidth is limited. Speculative investing trains your brain to chase excitement instead of building wealth patiently. That's dangerous. Now you might be thinking, okay, but what if XRP goes to $50 or $100? Fair question. Let's talk about that. XRP has billions of coins in circulation. For XRP to reach $10, $50, $100, it would need a market cap larger than entire national economies. Is it impossible? No. Is it likely? That's where things get interesting, because this doesn't depend on hype. It depends on regulation, institutional adoption, banks actually using XRP at scale, global financial trust. This isn't a casino. It's global finance. So, should you invest $100 in XRP? Here's my honest answer. Yes, but only under specific conditions. When it makes sense. Investing $100 in XRP makes sense if you already have an emergency fund. You don't need the money for years. You understand it's speculative. You're learning, not gambling. It's not your only investment. In that case, the $100 isn't about profit. It's about education, exposure, skin in the game. When it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense if you expect it to make you rich. It's all the money you have. You don't understand the project, it causes anxiety. You're following hype. This is where most people fail. The smart strategy. If you have $100 today, consider this: $60 in something stable, index fund, ETF, $20 in Bitcoin, $20 in XRP. Why? Because you're not betting on one outcome. You're learning how different assets behave. That knowledge compounds. A real story. Back in 2017, millions of people bought XRP purely on hype. Some made money, many didn't sell, others bought at the top. The result? People who had a decent opportunity but no plan. And without a plan, even good investments turn into bad experiences. Here's where it gets really interesting. The real question isn't, how high can XRP go? The real question is, what kind of investor are you becoming? Because long-term, your behavior matters more than any coin. If you start investing young, even with $100, but with logic, discipline, and honesty, you're already ahead of most people. Don't chase hype, build judgment. If this video helped you think more clearly, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Would you invest $100 in XRP, and why? I'll see you in the next one.